Welcome back, everybody, to Majora's Mask. Me and Demigloom weren't talking anything in between these two
No,
recordings.
no, no. We definitely didn't
No.
say anything we wouldn't have said publicly.
Yeah, I just said Riley's home address, which is already like public knowledge.
Might as well be. Doesn't like
It
Insight
really is.
Zoidberg, like a literal 13-year-old, know his address now?
Everybody knows his address. Dude, he like straight up just like hands it out to people.
For like
I
the
haven't even been
memes?
inside his house.
Does he tell it for the lulls, or does he just like I don't even remember how I learned his address. I just do
He's
know his
just. I'm
address.
pretty sure you like found a. Which also I'm gonna have to censor that sentence.
Why? Because people
In
are gonna
case
go look at that? Because they're
probably.
dumb. Because Riley's dumb enough to.
Oh, okay. I'm still just in case though, I'm going to censor it. Just to be safe.
Okay, just censor anything that implied where I would have gotten this, but essentially Riley's location was vulnerable to say the least.
It's so dumb. And then you spent so long trying to figure out my address.
Okay, here's the question for you.
Okay.
Have I ever looked at it? Because I've looked at many addresses speculating.
I don't No, I don't think so.
No, you're okay. I know that you know whether it's yes or no. You're doing this performative. I don't think so to leave it ambiguous.
You see, normally I'd agree with you, but I really am just being a dumbass. Oh man, look at that smoke texture on the chimney.
What I love about Jason is that he's like a very manipulative person, but he doesn't use it to like gain anything or like breach people's consent. He just does it
To
to fuck
you.
with people.
Actually, yeah. The only time I like actually use it to gain shit is just like persuade my mom to buy me an extra bag of fries from Wendy's.
Yeah. I wouldn't even call that
Also,
manipulation. That's just persuasion.
yeah. But yeah, I think it's really like scummy to like actually manipulate people like that, so I do just use my I honestly was just born with like lying being a talent. So
I hate
I use it to just fuck with people because I think
I
it's
hate
funny.
manipulative people, especially this is the worst manipulation tactic that I've noticed people do is where they will essentially plan they'll do something that they know is going to upset somebody, and then like before they even do the thing they'll like plan their apology.
I've done that before.
I mean, like I feel like we've all done that to a certain extent for like specific things, but as far as like
Also, yo, shout out these guys having a lens flare that's like the perfect aiming reticle.
yeah, that does go
Sorry,
pretty
go
hard.
on.
As far as like actually using it to gain shit from people or like breach people's consent, etc., 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 actually doing harm, it is some of the most scummy, pathetic shit ever. Because
Yeah.
like people have very clearly like wrote out like what was seemingly a heartfelt apology that I could just tell was like manufactured from the very beginning. It's like they have this like it's like they think their life is a TV show and they like write the whole
My
episode
life
in
is like
conflict
a
in their head.
video game.
My life is like a video game, trying hard to beat the stage, all while I am still collecting coins. I love Falling in
Yeah.
Reverse. It's like one of the worst bands ever.
It's such a stupid song.
You've
Fucking
seen,
green
you've
Triforce
seen the
shirt,
you've
beige
seen the
shorts.
TikToks to that
You
song.
sent me those TikToks.
It's some of the funniest shit. It's some of the like worst secondhand embarrassment you'll
Oh
ever
shit.
experience.
Yeah.
The one dude like what's it called? What's it called on Snapchat? He duetted the video. He was wearing like a Halo helmet, and he was like, "Gamers rise up, drop the soy, pick up some weights." And then the guy duetted that by saying, "If you've ever watched an anime, you would know that the main character isn't the strongest." Just like absolute brain rot, and I fucking love it.
That's so dumb. Oh my god,
Remember the
this
time
is so long.
Remember the time I doxed Riley with a Family Guy meme?
Yeah, and we still can't show it despite it being the funniest thing ever.
It's one of the funniest memes ever made.
I'm still low-key pissed at you for posting that Family Guy shit on your Demi the Goons channel.
You're actually mad?
I'm not like actually mad, but I am a little bit upset. Like I'd rather it not exist.
I mean, like, here's what I believe. I believe that if you're gonna post content on the internet for free and then delete it off of your own channel, I have a right to re-upload it to mine.
I never posted it on my. Okay, yeah, I see.
It's literally it's literally a jelly video.
Yeah, definitely not you. First of all, making an AI voice of me should be illegal, like without my consent.
I think it is. I'm pretty sure it is illegal.
Okay, cool. Good. Like
maybe they're just worried about technicalities, but on 11 Labs, you have to check a thing that says I hereby agree that I have received the consent of the person whose voice I'm cloning.
You just have to. Okay, cool.
You just click this checkbox, like, yep.
Verify you are human. Uh-oh.
Yeah, your Family Guy. I think your Family Guy video was really good, and you just deleted it because you changed your mind on the topic.
Yeah, oh, definitely. I definitely haven't always hated it. You know, I used to love Family Guy.
Yeah. And then you got in a car accident.
What?
You got in a car accident and you hit your head so hard that your brain like became wrong and reversed, and you hated Family Guy.
Yeah, definitely. I literally have to like go fucking punch a guy so I can get more arrows.
It's distinctly tasteful humor and its profound social commentary have touched the hearts of millions.
Dude, what do I... Wait, hold on. What do I actually do? I'm out of arrows and I can't get more because I don't have my sword. Okay, they're about to disappear. I think I'll be fine. Maybe. Yeah, but like for real though, like you should like have to get like a video recording of the person saying like I consent.
They could just deep fake a video recording of the person saying I consent.
But how? Like all AI technology should be like that though. Like so, how would they deep fake it?
Here's my take on that is that it's just impossible. Like it's just not going to work. It's too simple a technology to regulate like that.
Yeah, but still, like it's less like I'm mad you did it. It's more of just like a principle thing.
Here's what I have to say. My take is I think that AI voice cloning.
Oh my god! This is cutting it so close. Okay, sorry. Go on.
I think AI voice cloning is going to be just like Photoshop. When Photoshop first came out, like when Photoshop first became accessible, and like once people were able to Photoshop hyper realistic, fake shit, everybody was super concerned that it was going to be used to spread an insane amount of misinformation. And the paranoia was somewhat warranted. But like after a while, we've learned to recognize and identify a photoshopped image. And I think the same thing will happen with a cloned voice. There's certainly things to be afraid of as far as that goes. Like if you were to clone somebody's voice and like call someone they knew on the phone and like have them say shit, which is actually very easy.
That is dead ass the plot of Scream 3.
See what you can do. Why am I giving people instructions on how to do the terrible thing I'm saying is bad?
Should I censor all of this?
Just bleep. Basically, it's very easy to do bad things with voice cloning, and I understand the fear, but after a while, people will learn to recognize it, people will learn to identify it, discern it, and things will go back to normal, just like with Photoshop. That's my opinion.
Honestly, I wouldn't be half as mad at that Family Guy shit if it weren't for the awful thumbnail.
But the thumbnail, dude, it's supposed to be bad.
It's so genuinely bad.
I told you I made it while I was
I
helping
know,
a
you made
customer
it
at work on my
on your
phone
phone.
with the brightness down so no one could see what I was doing. Because I knew that
You
in
did
that
it.
environment, I knew that in that environment I wouldn't produce a desirable thumbnail, and
And yeah, you
I
did
knew
it
it was
anyway.
funny. You're laughing right now,
I'm
meaning
laughing
I have
because of
achieved my
how
goal.
little you fucking cared.
That is part of the humor.
Oh yeah, that's what makes Family Guy so funny.
Yeah. No, Family Guy's literally animated in Google Slides. It's it's AI generated. The script is AI generated and it's animated in Google Slides.
I wouldn't be surprised if like a fucking art news article came out being like, the most recent episodes of Family Guy were entirely written by ChatGPT.
You can literally ask ChatGPT to write you a Family Guy
Yeah,
episode about any
exactly.
given topic, and it will like almost perfectly replicate the script. The one thing they haven't done perfectly is like timing the cutaway jokes.
Oh my god, she's such a baddie.
She is pretty
She's
beautiful.
such a... Oh my god, I fucking love her. Let me tell you,
Trad
I've seen
wife.
some art on the internet. Oh, she's definitely not a trad wife, according to that art I saw.
Yeah. I don't think anyone's a trad wife according to the art that you saw.
Yeah, nah, but for real though, I as a kid, I had a crush on Cremia. Did you know that? Did I tell you that before?
Yeah. My crush was on Toon Link when I was in 6th grade. That was my
You're
first
fucking gay.
gay thought. That was my first homosexual experience, was being attracted to Toon Link.
You know, I think it's really funny how I didn't even have a single gay thought until I played Danganronpa.
Buddha.
It really is.
Danganronpa fans are psychotic
Dude.
losers.
Danganronpa fans, when they go to a high school and their best friends aren't murdered by each other.
For real. No, Danganronpa I know a couple of them in real life. They're literally
Of
like
course you do.
all psychotic. Dude, I went
Oh,
to
yeah,
I went
for
to
real.
I went to an
They're-
all I went to
Go on.
I went to a predominantly gay high school. Of course I know Danganronpa
My
fans.
condolences. I'm very happy to say I went to a yee ass high school.
My high school was
Every other man was wearing camouflage wear and talking to the army recruiter.
awesome. My high school was like
Oh my god. Sorry, go on.
my high school was like fertile soil for rumors, false allegations, people literally making up disorders that either they don't have or literally don't exist. Like, I understand that has become a straw man, and like people use that characterization to demonize groups of people that don't deserve it. But people who like fake disorders and like just make up shit about people they don't like these are real people, and they, particularly in high school spaces, like they're 100% ruining lives, and it's terrible and toxic.
Yeah. Hey, look at this cool sword. This design goes so hard.
Number 11, a razor.
But for real though, it goes so hard, and it sucks that I have to immediately give it away. Also,
Pizza Hut Band-Aid.
You can only use it 100 times before it goes back to the Kokiri sword. It's so dumb.
That is kind of stupid.
Yeah, good thing I'm not keeping this. That's milk.
You know, not a day goes by that I don't regret naming my podcast Middle School GSA, because
you don't
it's
go to middle school.
virtually impossible to market it without the disclaimer that A, it is not a real middle school GSA, it's just the name of our podcast, and B, we are not middle schoolers. Like, I mentioned my
You're
job.
both fucking grown adults.
I mentioned like working 32 hours a week, I think, and they were like, if you're in middle school, that's actually illegal. You shouldn't be working that much.
Do you really get comments like that?
When I like put it in self promo chats in Discord, people say that kind of stuff.
That's so funny.
Do you think I could pass for a middle schooler with this fucking voice?
Not with the voice.
I'm like a half an octave above the Arby's guy. Like six semitones above the Arby's guy.
Would you trade voices with me?
Yeah, because my voice is deeper than yours.
I would love. I honestly, I do kind of dig deep voices. I wish I had a deep voice, a deeper voice.
I hate having a deep voice, but if I could have like a super uniquely deep voice, like the Arby's guy, I
like
might
the
just.
The only cool guy in Pentatonics.
I wish I could just go around saying, ever since Burger King dropped that
Okay,
dumbass commercial.
Dumbass that commercial about a burger you could fuck.
Like, my voice is, like, I can do that impression, and you can tell exactly what I'm trying to do, even though my voice isn't even close to as deep. I just got the... Mm-hmm. It's what they would describe in choir as having a bass voice.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I'm 100% a bass, and it fucking sucks. Basses like can't sing like normal songs.
Dude, I hate that. So I'm gonna like talk like my voice is deeper than yours, but like ever since my voice got like ever since I hit puberty, I can no longer sing the songs that like I used to. You know.
I used like when I was in like before puberty, I would have been able to hit a lot of high notes, and it for me, it's not even necessarily about it being too deep to hit high notes. It's more so about it being a very particular range that covers like fractions of multiple octaves, but there is no like entire solid octave I could sing in. Meaning like any song that I can sing, I have to like I'm sorry, I just opened up YouTube and saw the cover for The Whale. I can't see that image and not laugh.
It is a pretty funny image.
Is it supposed to be funny?
It's a very depressing movie.
I haven't watched it, but is this image supposed to be bad?
What do you mean by like? Is it bad as in like?
It's a terrible movie poster. It's like one of the worst movie posters of all time.
The movie was honestly pretty mid. Like if it wasn't Brendan Fraser playing the main character, nobody would watch it. It would have gotten no nominees. It was a very boring movie, but Brendan Fraser did save it.
Anyways, what I have to do is like alternate different notes. So like there's like at certain parts in a song where you're supposed to like sing an octave higher, I'd have to sing it an octave lower. Or there'll be like one note in the melody that I have to sing significantly lower than the rest of everything because I just can't hit a high note. I'll just hit the same note in the lower octave. It's interesting to say the least. A lot of people like hearing like a bass interpretation of a popular melody.
Basses are surprisingly good at just singing songs like slowly. Like if you just slow down the tempo of any song, you can sing it really well in a bass voice.
Yeah.
Like fucking like Rick Astley, Never Gonna Give You Up. Singing that at a slow tempo and a deep voice.
I don't even have even close to the range required to sing that. We're no strangers to love. Yeah, I can't do that.
You're not even trying.
Not even close. I'm also being quiet right now because
Mom's asleep.
Yeah, exactly. On multiple times I've considered starting like streaming like karaoke, just like practicing singing and streaming it.
Mm-hmm.
I think I might do it.
I do kind of want to get vocal training.
Oh, same.
I'm not even like planning on like starting a band or any shit like that. I just kind of want to just do it just for the sake of it.
Being able to sing like for people is like very fun.
I still think it's better to play an instrument for people though.
Oh, imagine if you could play an instrument and sing though. That's like some of the coolest. Like you're the coolest guy ever. If you can like just whip out a guitar, even if it's like a ukulele or a piano, and sing to that shit.
I cannot sing and play guitar at the same time. It's just impossible for me. Like to just
I can't sing and play piano at the same time either. Yeah. For me, like if I want to sing and play piano at the same time, I have to like I can't do any type of cool rhythm. I just have to like hold a chord for a long time.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just very upset that I missed on this stupid fucking heart piece 2 times.
The C is I make music on FL Studio, right? I do virtual music production, which is very cool. And I get to tell people, yeah, I'm on Spotify. Ooh. Like, I mean, there's the fancy, like, I guess kind of like pseudo stardom that comes with being able to like actually produce music and like have it recorded and put it out there. But like, I can't like perform for people.
Yeah.
All I can really do is like karaoke, and I'm just not good enough of a singer for it to be anything like exceptional. What I am good at is rapping. I can rap for people.
Raping
But a lot of people,
versus rapping happens way too
a
commonly.
lot of people don't. A lot of people don't like
One's
to
a
hear me
form
rap.
of music and the other's a felony.
That is a pretty good song.
It's a banger. Dude, I recently re-listened to all of Pink album. I forgot a Pink Season. I forgot how hard of an album it is. It goes so hard.
What's your favorite song?
Dead ass, it's Kill Yourself.
That's the Pink album. That's not on Pink Season.
Oh, well, I guess Pink album then. Pink.
Oh.
I listen to both actually.
I strongly
Season,
think. I think Pink Guy Loves Animals is the best song that he's ever done.
That's such a banger. But honestly, I like unironically love Kill Yourself. Like it's such a memes aside, it is such a good song. It goes so hard. So does Ramen.
Oh, Ramen, yeah.
Ramen goes so... Dude, if I knew all the lyrics, I'd be rapping it right now.
If I could pull up the lyrics, I know the exact rhythm.
I still masturbate at a faster rate. And that's all I know.
How does it go? How does it go? How does it go? I keep forgetting. Yo, I still masturbate while eating top ramen at a faster rate in the bigger quantities. It counts as rape when I'm slurping at this unbelievable pace. I turn the temperature up all the way, the sweat up on my face. If you give no effort, if you got no money, then I got a cheap method. Crack it open, throw it in a pan, and let it cook, bitch. Now that's a real education, fuck books. If you want to make it in college, acknowledge all the flavors. I'll be dropping mad knowledge on these pussy-ass canned goods. We got chicken and beef to boost the manhood. Anybody want a piece of me? Forgot how the rhythm goes from there. But yeah, good, really good flow.
He is. I don't care what people say about Joji / Filthy Frank or whatever. He is such a talented musician.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
He's a talented lyricist.
I personally think he's a better rapper than he is a singer.
Well, I agree with that.
That's not
too.
necessarily true, but I prefer Pink Guy music to Joji music strongly.
Oh yeah, me too. You know the fucking pink leotard is fucking talking to him in his closet like the Green Goblin.
Yeah.
Do you ever think there will be a day where like a Joji concert happens, everybody attends, and all of a sudden he does like a bit where he pretends to get shot, and then he comes out with a pink, and then he comes out on stage again with a pink leotard, and he just starts rapping "Kill Yourself."
Maybe.
I think it's so funny that people like are now like do not know that Joji and Filthy Frank are the same person. I told my cousin was like, oh my god, I've been listening to a lot of Joji recently, and I like had to break the news to them that this is the same man who like found a nest of dead rats and like cooked it and fed it to a man.
That was a skit though. That wasn't real.
I know, but like. I had to tell him it was the same man who made the fucking black people. The fuck do you think I'm talking about? Clip.
Yeah.
Because honestly, they are unrecognizable. Like they are so different.
Unless you've like seen the Filthy Frank exposed video or.
What's? Oh yeah.
The one where he breaks character. Yeah. That everyone hated. He,
like actually taught. I love that video.
I think it was good. I think that was the best way he could have broken character on that show.
I know. Like, it had to be said. Like, it sucks that he did what he did, but, like, it had to be done, you know?
Yeah.
And also, it was done in, like, such an expert way. Also, remember his video on Weeaboos where he like introduced "Welcome to the Filthy Frank Show" and he said that in Japanese?
Yeah,
but in reality,
it wasn't
what he
actually
said,
that.
do you know what he said instead?
He said like he had like Jewish people in his closet.
He's so funny, bro. I swear. I should totally just skip ahead until the fucking night of the second day. No on me.
Yeah.
How many arrows? Okay, I have enough. I'm fine. I'm fine. This is fine. Also, remember the one of the videos he had the Japanese tapestry, and it's fucking. It said a certain song by Kanye featuring Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know
I
you're
love
thinking
watching-
about those Japanese React to Filthy Frank videos.
I was about to say, like, I love those videos for that reason. I also love watching like Japanese people react to like History of Japan by Bill Wirtz.
I haven't seen that video.
He did it like before History of the World. It's pretty good. Bro, what a monumental video that was.
History of the entire world, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I showed that to my history teacher in 7th grade.
One of my 7th grade science teacher played a game theory video.
No way.
The Rosalina one.
No fucking way.
Because a student requested it. A student like told her about it.
Okay. I understand if also steering wheel on a horse carriage. Sorry, I understand if like a student requests it, then that's just a cool teacher. But like, dude, if like it was on their own.
Yeah, she was just like, a student showed me this really cool video that I think will make you kids understand. And me and my friend, who were both fucking Zelda nerds, like, were laughing our asses off. It was the...
Nowadays, you just send her all the fucking, like, out-of-context game theory.
That would be funny.
Explaining the Quran, case selection theory. Inflation. And then it just ends with, the Minecraft Ender Dragon.
It was said that the Prophet Muhammad returned on the 14th day, meaning the 14 pillars in the Minecraft Ocean Monument.
It's not even 14, it's 23.
23. I never remember the fucking number. The 23rd day. And of course it's over Kevin MacLeod music.
Learning how like religions started was always like the coolest shit in history for me.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't exactly remember is how Hinduism started. I'm still a bit
I don't remember like half of the shit I learned in history. I need to get back into history. I'm one of those people who knows like everything about like World War II, Nazi Germany, the Russian Revolution.
Everybody who claims to be into history knows everything about Nazi Germany. That's like
that's
baby's first history fact.
There was a meme. It was like so-called history fans when you ask them about anything but ancient Rome or Nazi Germany. So true.
Ask me something about history that isn't that. I probably won't know it either way because history is such a vast topic, but still.
Let me think. Can you tell me about Joseph Stalin's wives?
No.
He married a 13-year-old because he's a fucking pedophile.
Oh, of course he did. Honestly, that doesn't surprise me in the slightest.
No.
I can tell you a little bit about the Russian Revolution.
Please. Enlighten me.
People were very mad because Tsar Nicholas II literally just sent a bunch of suicide charges in World War I. And people decided, you know what, fuck this bitch. And then Vladimir Lenin was like, this Karl Marx dude is pretty cool. And then he was like, hey everybody, let's kill Tsar Nicholas II. and follow this guy's teachings. So they went to Tsar Nicholas II's fucking little winter cabin and killed him and his entire family.
You forgot an important part, though.
Which was that?
Let me just tell you this story real quick.
Is this going to be an epic rap battles of history verse?
No. You see, there lived a certain man in Russia long ago.
Okay.
He was big and strong, and his eyes a flaming glow.
I actually did forget about Rasputin. I don't. How do people pronounce it? What's the actual pronunciation?
I say Rasputin, or maybe roll the R like Rasputin.
I think it's Rasputin unless you're singing the song.
Yeah, then it's Rasputin.
Also, do you know about the other shit you can do with this quest line once you've beaten it?
What?
If you do this again, you get a titty hug from Cremia.
Oh?
And if you wear the circus leader, first of all, you get the fucking cow mask, right?
Yeah.
You need the cow mask to get the circus leader's mask. If you wear the circus leader's mask on that quest, the Gorman brothers will not attack you.
Oh. I didn't know that.
Anyways, this is my petition to start a speedrunning category called Titty Hug %, where you speedrun getting the titty hug from Cremia. Honestly, I had a crush on her way before I knew you could get a titty hug from her.
We get it. You like women.
Yes. And you get it. I do not like porn or sexualness.
Are you actually asexual?
No, but like I just like it's so like low on like the totem pole of like what I want in a relationship. You know?
Yearn for a romantic relationship.
Yes. I don't yearn like it would be nice, but like ultimately I just want to like have someone I would actually be okay with spending the rest of my life with. Which that's probably not going to happen, but you know, like there's a part of me deep down inside that does want a goth dommy mommy GF to take care of me and hold me at night and tell me everything's going to be okay as I fall asleep in her arms. And frankly, I'd be okay if I
TMI.
And frankly, I would be okay. I would be okay if I had a relationship like that and it did not include sex.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Same here.
Also, the only part of that was false was like the goth mommy dommy whatever fucking GF thing.
I'm really not into goths, if I'm being completely honest.
I don't know if I don't want you to get the wrong. By trying to clear up the air, I'm making myself seem more sus.
Yeah.
I have like no fetishes either. We've talked about this, how like my fetish is just being loved.
Yeah, that's just normal.
Yeah. My preference in woman is caring. Kind.
There are certain physical things that I like, but the majority of for me, it's like I have all these like ideas of what I like in people, like in theory, but like when I actually fall in love with somebody, they're almost shut the fuck up. They almost always like subvert all my expectations. I just usually meet somebody, become good friends with them, like have some kind of relationship with them. Yeah. And it has nothing to do with like an arbitrary standard I set before. It's just love kind of just happens, and all the people I've been in love with, which is like 3 or 4 people in total, have been like drastically different personality wise and physically, and I become physically attracted to people when I become emotionally attached to them for the most part. Like, don't get me wrong, I lay my eyes upon certain people and I'm like, damn, they're hot as fuck, but like as far as like the true like genuine desire goes, when it comes to the physical stuff, it's almost 100% based on my personal experience with the person and what sort of implications the physical aspects have about the person's personality.
I pretty much share the exact same sentiment.
Yeah.
Now watch us like a few days later just be like, love is the worst thing that ever happened to mankind.
It's really a bipolar force, and it will always be
Oh
that
yeah.
way.
See, I think love is such like a beautiful thing because of how like versatile the concept of love is. Like how everybody's definition of love is like totally different.
Yeah.
Like I think that's just incredible to think about.
For me, for the past like ever since I broke up with my, or I say I broke up with my girlfriend, broke up with me,
Oh,
and like spread a bunch of stupid lies about me that have absolutely no basis in reality. I've grown to not resent
actually,
romantic love,
yeah.
but like set it aside and focus more on the other loves that I have. Mainly the love I have for my friends, the love I have for children, and the love I have for animals,
I
and the love I have for my family.
yeah.
And to me,
Dude, I
that's a
will
lot more
always
important than
yeah, I'll
like
always
a girlfriend.
value the love I have for my dog more than like any person. I think I dead ass am a sociopath in terms of like I genuinely do value like any animal life over a human life.
It's part of it is like the innocence. Like I'm
Oh,
assuming you feel
100%.
similarly about like really young children.
No,
No, not at all.
I don't like I hate children so much. I have very much stated
You say
before.
that, but you have. I feel like you've gone back and forth on this a little bit.
No,
You have no desire to be a nurturing figure in a
no.
child's life.
I will be if I have to be, but I prefer not to.
For me, like children are like an ultimate like holy thing that ought to be protected at all costs. Same thing with animals.
Oh, I do think they need to be protected, but I still just do not like them.
That's fair. That's completely fair. I feel similarly, honestly. I don't. I
Holy
often
shit!
do
I just
find
came to a
myself.
realization. You
What?
go first. You go
I
first
often find
before I go on like
myself.
a psychotic rant.
I often find myself very frustrated with children and just disgusted by their presence. Child shenanigans are not something I like to deal with, but at the same time, any like brief moments I've had where it just if I can do anything to make a child even a little bit happy, if I can make a child smile, that it just fills me with so much joy. Same thing with animals, same thing with I guess people my age as well. But like to me that's much more important than a romantic relationship. Is the relationships I have with my friends, people my age, stuff like that.
I got the best. I got the cool sword. Anyways, children or the ocean?
Oh,
All right. So the way here's how you know something I absolutely love in life.
what?
The ocean. I love the ocean. It is such a cool thing. Would you ever catch me swimming in it? Hell no. I think honestly it's kind of the same principle. Like I understand the importance of children. I do think they are a very sacred thing that must be protected, you know, not corrupted by the greed of humanity. Would you catch me hanging out with one? Absolutely not.
I think a big part of it is I was really fucking traumatized as a child and I absolutely do not want any other children to go through that.
Yeah, I totally get that.
And I don't know, dude. When I was a child, nobody like people I don't want to I was not neglected. I'm not, okay, so like but I don't wish to discredit my mother or my stepfather or my grandparents or like people who were genuinely supportive, people who fucking made my life worth living as a child. But there were definitely many times throughout my life where I just felt like I had nobody to talk to. I had nobody, like nobody was on my side to help me with certain things, or like I couldn't talk to people about a lot of things. And And I don't know. I feel like my desire to have that as a child has really stuck with me, and I want to provide children with that. That's a big part of why I want to be a teacher. There were teachers in my life that were so amazing, teachers that helped me go through so much shit. Even if I didn't talk to them one-on-one or like get super personal with them, they're just teachers are fucking superheroes. I would do anything to be one of them. And when I say children need to be protected, I don't mean we need to like artificially preserve the youth of children. Like, I don't think children should be afraid of growing up, but I do believe that there is just a lot of natural evil that exists in the world that we could prevent in the youth and future generations, and that the youth generally are neglected. I mean, we literally just leave them at a fucking building to teach them a bunch of stupid math and basically
most parents
babysit them.
nowadays don't even want to raise their kids themselves, so they give them screens.
Yeah.
And now we just have an entire generation of just people super apathetic.
What I always describe my generation, and by my generation I mean like 2000. I mean, like, I'm at the very bottom of the pre-iPad generation. You are too. You're 1 year younger than me.
Yes, but also I did not live that kind of childhood. I remember I kind of got metamorphosis from my brother's childhood.
Yeah, but what I mean is, like, you go to Target, you see like fucking 2-year-old babies in strollers with iPads, right? Watching Coco Melon.
Genuinely upsets me.
Or like when I see that and take a look at myself and my experience and my little siblings, I come to the realization that I was literally, like, virtually one of the last like years of children born, like one of the last generations of children that were in the stroller looking around and not looking at the iPad, you know? And
you're not the last, but you're going to be one of the last for a while.
Yeah.
I feel there will become a technological collapse somehow. And
a rejection of technology.
Whether it be like an actual like rejection or like an apocalyptic event or something, I feel like the reset button will be hit on humanity one day.
I've always fantasized about living an alternative lifestyle. In spite of me succumbing to the principles of wealth and, you know, having a laptop with a HD monitor and, you know, concerning myself with technology and having high quality things and luxuries and such, in spite of all of that, I do dream of rejecting it all one day and living a communal lifestyle. For me particularly, and this might be some communist shit, but whatever, like living in a world where you're connected to your labor, feeling like your day-to-day labor is actually contributing something good to the greater good of your community, the betterment of the people around you, rather than just making rich people richer, which is objectively what you do when you work at Walmart or McDonald's. I think that's why people who work for like public institutions are like much more fulfilled with their work. Like people who work in libraries or like like the mailmen, stuff like that, you know?
I know a lot of teachers and postal clerks who absolutely hate their fucking jobs.
Well, of course.
Yeah,
I'm not even
guess
denying
it's more
that.
Of an issue with just like it's mostly because of the hours they work.
But like particularly like, I don't know, if you can imagine like a fucking medieval village, right? Like one family controls all of the bread of that village. The village is entirely dependent on this one family for bread. Then there's the blacksmith. And then there's like... Obviously that's a very fucking flawed society, right? I'm not saying that that's perfect, but there was a certain amount of love and passion that was like inherent to labor at that time. That is no longer the case. Like stocking shelves at Walmart is depressing as fuck. And
Yeah.
even though I do help people that are in my quote unquote community to a certain extent, it doesn't feel like that's truly what this labor is accomplishing. It's more so just kind of a byproduct of what I'm doing. And also, I feel like shopping at Walmart and, you know, like participating in capitalism like that is a way of admitting defeat. And I see other customers as admitting defeat and succumbing to an oppressive force. So inherently, I feel less like I'm helping people when I do shit at Walmart, and I'm more so just assisting people in their decision to contribute to this life-ruining force.
Is it weird that like I was into this like conversation we were having until you said Walmart, and then I just kept thinking about Walmart skull emoji?
No, this is exactly the brain rot I was talking about.
Anyways,
Yeah, and I know that I sound like a fucking boomer when I'm like, oh, these kids and their phones, eh? But like, it's true. Like, it's 100%
I think most people
true.
think that though, who are not those kids.
Yeah.
Anybody who
And
is not the kid in question.
And the kids in question get defensive. I was defensive for a long time. But you know, I don't like boomers. I don't agree with boomers in a lot of their positions, but boomers, old people, they remember
suck.
a world. They remember a world where people talked to the people around them. People were engaged with their surroundings. And we don't live in that world, and they
A world they
are
ruined.
completely right for observing that and saying it how it is. And I think that's a completely valid perspective, and that's something that ought to be considered.
Okay, I agree with you, but at the same time, a lot of boomers like ruined that kind of world and created this one that we live in.
Oh, 100%. I don't deny that.
Also, you should definitely watch Mr. Robot.
Yeah.
Because that's entire conversation is just Mr. Robot.
But it's always a double-edged sword, you know? You can look at medical technology and how far that's brought us.
Nah.
You can look at... No.
I just think that, honestly, I think that medical technology being advanced kind of sucks because it did increase our life expectancy, which has led to this.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't think our life expectancy is like intrinsically tied to this depression that we're living in, but I think
it is.
I think it's more so that this depression makes a long life expectancy kind of undesirable.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
I have
like,
met a surprising amount of people who say that they like want to kill themselves when they reach like a certain age because they don't want to live for 80 years.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure fucking Jay Schlatt has that exact sentiment. Like dead ass.
A lot of people, like just normal people, like not insane people like me, say shit like they don't blame like 80-year-olds for committing suicide. Like they support assisted suicide programs especially for like 80-year-olds with medical conditions.
I support fucking that.
It completely depends on what it is for me. If you're like the fucking Metallica 1 music video, I think they should pull the plug. I think you have the right to make that decision. But like, I don't think, personally, I think sarcopods and shit like that are dystopian.
Yeah.
Oh shit, do you know about sarcopods?
I do know what you're talking about.
That they literally took the suicide booths from Futurama and made them real.
I know.
That's dystopian. That's horrible.
I hate how people say like, oh, that's dystopian. We do live in a dystopia.
100%, but
yeah,
it's all about salvaging the good out of a dystopia. That's basically been life for as long as human history
You want to know a historical observation I have made, and like a book that was made on this exact matter?
What?
It seems that life has this funny thing where there's an 80-year cycle of like, you know that stupid saying about like, oh, weak men create hard times or whatever?
Yeah.
I hate that saying, but it's true. Like, 100%. And it seems that we are nearing the end of that hard times cycle.
I disagree
just judging
that
by like historical patterns.
I wouldn't call it strong men. I would call it something else. I would call it like
Yeah, but like you get what I mean though, right?
yeah, hold on. This concept wholly has been pretty much debunked. The idea, okay, so hard times create strong men, which create good times, which create weak men. I would say we could talk about the fucking like rat utopia experiments and a bunch of other
that
like
shit? Yeah.
pseudoscience shit that is like
After
all been
they all killed themselves after like being in utopia.
and all of this shit has been debunked, but like I feel like it's more so of philosophical like thought experiment than it is a one-to-one interpretation of reality. I don't think hard times create strong people, good times create weak people. I don't think that's necessarily true. I think it's so hard to say. It's so hard to say what it is, but there's definitely there are definitely periods of depression and apathy, and periods of innovation and optimism.
Yeah, that's actually so much better.
And I don't think it necessarily has to do with weak men or strong men or weak men. I don't think that's
the point I was trying to make.
That's just some Joe Rogan shit.
Yeah, but I'm trying to say that like it's very cyclical.
Yeah.
Like whether or not it doesn't matter who's creating it, hard times and easy times are a thing, and we are nearing the end of like either hard times or easy times. Most of the time it ends with a war, but who knows?
I love how our conversations always get like more and more philosophical the later in the night it gets.
Oh yeah,
it's just how it goes.
That's just how it be in life. We've been recording for a while. Should we end?
If you wanna.
I mean, like the entire recording session for tonight.
Yeah, if you wanna.
Okay, yeah. Shout your shit out, because we always do that at the end of recording sessions.
Which is kind of funny. Which essentially means that throughout random episodes of this series, there will be plugs.
I know. I want to keep it like that.
Look up Middle School GSA. It's an LGBTQ plus topic-based podcast where we discuss a variety of issues under the political, philosophical, and cultural suns. And it's hosted by me and the smartest person I've ever met, Felonious Ferris. And we have a good time. It's funny, it's serious. We have good takes, we have maybe bad takes. We talk about serious stuff. And we talk about funny stuff. It's just a good show. Go check it out. Middle School GSA. YouTube.com/@middleschoolgsa.
This entire Majora's Mask episode was actually just an episode of MSGSA in disguise.
For real.
Yeah, I've secretly been Felonious Ferris this entire time.
Whoa.
Yeah. I'm Felonious Ferris. That's my Felonious Ferris impersonation.
Can you even like remember what they sound like?
I know what they sound like. I just don't. I don't think I can even try to do that voice.
Yeah.
I don't know if this will be offensive.
They have a pretty unique voice.
Felonious has a very feminine voice.
I disagree, but I also see everything they do as androgynous because I know them fairly intimately, as far as their expression is concerned. I could see from an outside perspective, you would hear a high-pitched voice and associate it with femininity.
All I know about Felonious is that they read Berserk and they take everything super seriously.
Yeah.
Which is a little strange, because, like...
Spoiler alert, you guys were both DMing each other, and each of you thought you were trolling the other.
Oh, I knew she was trolling.
They.
Fucking pronouns are so hard. Fuck pronouns. I'm gonna start referring to everybody by their proper noun.
True. I'm anti-noun, personally.
Honestly, yeah, just start going, hey. That's how you get people's attention.
Thesis when antithesis shows up. But yeah, Middle School GSA, really good podcast. We talk about transgender and gay stuff and other political stuff and other internet stuff. It's good. Funny show. On all platforms, I forgot to say, on all platforms. YouTube.com, Middle School GSA. YouTube is our primary stuff. You know, you can leave comments, like the videos, engage with us that way. But we're also on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all of that shit.
You watch my main channel.
Jelly You.
Yes. That's what I have to say.
You have
okay,
28 windows of Jelly You playing simultaneously?
That sounds like hell. Anyways, goodbye, everybody.